You ever walk past something and feel like you shouldn't touch it? That little voice in your head that says, "Keep moving"? I should have listened. It was a Tuesday. Late October. That time of year when it gets dark too early and the air smells like dead leaves and regret. I was cutting through the alley behind Morrison Street, the shortcut I'd taken 1,000 times, when I saw it. A phone, just sitting there. No cracks on the back, no case. Clean almost, like someone had placed it there on purpose. My first thought? Free phone. My second thought? Check if it works. Maybe return it to the owner, feel good about myself for 5 minutes. I picked it up. The screen came alive immediately. No lock screen, no password, just open. The home screen was bare, no apps except messages, phone, and something called drafts. That should have been my first clue that something was wrong. I tapped messages, and that's when everything changed. The interface looked off. The usual blue and gray bubbles were there, but the text seemed faded, like it was underwater. And every conversation, every single one, had a red exclamation mark next to it. Message failed, message failed, message failed. 17 conversations, 17 failed messages. I opened the first one. "Mom, I don't have much time. The water's rising faster than they said. I'm on the roof of the Riverside Apartments. 3rd floor wasn't high enough. Please tell Danny I love him. Please tell him his dad fought to..." That's where it stopped. Mid-sentence. Unsent. My hands started shaking. I Googled Riverside Apartments flood. The first result was a news article from 8 months ago. Flash flooding, 37 dead. I scrolled through the victim list, and there he was, Marcus Delaney, 34, survived by his wife Patricia and son Daniel, age 7. Dead. The man who wrote that message was dead. Maybe it was a sick joke, some twisted prank. I went back to the message list, hands trembling now, and opened another. "Jessica, I know you said we were done, but I need you to know I never stopped. The pills aren't working. Nothing works. I'm sitting in my car in the garage and I just want it to stop hurting. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough. I'm sorry I..." Unsent. I didn't want to Google this one. I really didn't. But I did. Trevor Marks. Suicide. 5 months ago. Found in his vehicle. Carbon monoxide poisoning. The phone felt heavier, colder, like it was pulling heat from my hands. I should have thrown it away right then, smashed it, left it in that alley, but I kept scrolling. If you're watching this and your heart's already pounding, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Because what I found in the next messages, you're not going to believe it, and you'll want to be here for what comes next. Trust me. I took the phone home, locked my door, drew the curtains. I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to be alone for this. Like what I was about to read wasn't meant for anyone else. I went through every message, one by one. Message 3 was from a woman named Claire Hutchins. I can hear them breaking down the door. I told the police he'd come back. I told them a restraining order wouldn't stop him. I'm hiding in the bathroom with Mia. She's so scared. If you find this, please tell my daughter's grandparents. Unsent. Claire Hutchins, domestic violence victim, killed by her ex-husband 7 months ago. Her daughter survived. Message 4, hospital, heart attack. Last words to a daughter who never got them. Message 5, car accident. Tell him I tried to break. Message 6, workplace shooting. Under the desk, can hear shots. Tell my... Every single message cut off. Every single person dead. But here's what made my blood run cold. They all tried to send their message in their final moments. In the seconds between life and death. When it mattered most. And something stopped them. I made a list. Dates. Causes of death. Locations. I needed to find a pattern. There had to be a connection. And there was. Every single death was sudden, unexpected. The kind where you don't see it coming until it's too late. No long illnesses. No time to say goodbye the normal way. Just chaos. then silence. But there was something else. Something I almost missed. The timestamps. Every message was sent at the exact moment of death. Not before, not after. The exact moment. Marcus on that roof. Message time stamped 11:47 p.m. News report said the building collapsed at 11:47 p.m. Trevor in his garage. Message at 2:33 a.m. Death certificate said time of death, 2:33 a.m., down to the minute. How is that possible? How do you write a message while you're dying? While you're drowning or suffocating or... Unless you're not the one writing it. I became obsessed. For 3 days, I barely slept. I read every message until I'd memorized them. I researched every death. I tried to understand what I was holding. This wasn't just a phone, it was a collection box, a trap. These messages, they were never meant to be sent. Something was stopping them. But what? I tested a theory. I opened Marcus's message, the one about the flood. I added one word at the end, help. And I tried to send it to his wife's number, which I'd found in an obituary. I hit send. The animation spun for 10 seconds, 20. Then the phone vibrated once, hard enough to rattle against the desk, and the message returned to drafts. Message failed. I tried again. Same result. I tried Trevor's message, Claire's message, all of them. Every single one came back. Message failed, message failed, message failed. But here's what made me drop the phone. When I tried to send Claire's message, my laptop screen went black for 3 seconds. When it came back on, my browser history was gone. Every tab I'd opened about the deaths, erased. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold the phone. That's when I noticed message 17, the last one. I'd been avoiding it because the preview made my stomach turn. Please don't let it take me, please, it's in the room. I can feel it watching, cold, so cold. It won't let me. No name, no contact, just those words and a timestamp. 3:17 a.m., last night. This person died while I was walking home, while I was watching TV, while I was asleep, and their message ended up here, on this phone, in that alley, waiting for me. I checked the news, local deaths in the past 24 hours. There it was, woman found dead in her apartment on Morrison Street. Preliminary reports suggested natural causes, but neighbors reported hearing screaming around 3 a.m. Police investigating. Morrison Street, the same street where I found the phone. That's when I understood. This phone doesn't just collect messages from the dead. It's close to where they die. It appears near death, like it's drawn to it, or something's drawing it there. I need you to hear the rest of this. I need witnesses. If something happens to me, someone has to know what I found. Smash that like button if you're still watching. Drop a comment if you think I should have destroyed this phone when I had the chance, because what I did next, I can't take it back. I did something stupid. I know I did. But I couldn't let those messages sit there, trapped, unread. These people tried to say goodbye. They tried to warn someone, to say I love you one last time, and something stole that from them. So I decided to deliver the messages myself. I started with Marcus. His wife, Patricia, still lived in the same house according to public records. I drove there at sunset, knocked on the door. She opened it with her son standing behind her. Danny, 7 years old, same age as in the obituary. I told her I found something her husband tried to send her. I read her the message. She didn't cry, she just stared at me. Then she said, "He called me that night, at 11:47. I was in the car, evacuating. I couldn't hear him over the sirens. The call dropped after 2 seconds. I never knew what he wanted to say." She took my hand. "Thank you for telling me." But when I tried to show her the phone, to prove it was real, the screen went black. Completely dead. I pressed every button. Nothing. It stayed dark until I got back to my car. Then it turned on by itself. Marcus's message was gone, deleted, like it had never existed. I went to 3 more families over the next 2 days. Trevor's sister, Claire's parents, another victim's husband. Every time the same thing happened. I'd read them the message. They'd react, sometimes with tears, sometimes with relief, sometimes with anger that I'd opened old wounds. And every time the phone would die in front of them. Then delete the message when I was alone. By the fourth visit, only 13 messages remained, and I started noticing something else. I was being followed, not by a car, not by a person, by cold. Everywhere I went, the temperature would drop. I'd feel breath on the back of my neck in empty rooms. I'd hear whispers and white noise, voices overlapping, trying to speak but never forming words. The phone was changing too. The screen would flicker with faces sometimes. Blurred, distorted, but human. Watching me through the glass. I should have stopped. I should have thrown it in a river. But there were still 13 messages left. 13 people whose families deserved to know their last thoughts. So I kept going. By the time I'd delivered 12 messages, I was barely sleeping. The cold had followed me home. My apartment felt like a freezer. I could see my breath indoors, and the whispers were getting louder. One message remained. The 17th. The one from last night. The woman on Morrison Street. Please don't let it take me. Please, it's in the room. I can feel it watching. Cold. So cold. It won't let me. I looked up her obituary. Her name was Margaret Sawyer. 67 years old. No surviving family. No next of kin listed. There was no one to deliver her message to. That's when the phone rang. Not a notification. A call. Incoming call from... No caller ID. I don't know why I answered. I should have let it ring, but my hand moved on its own. Silence. Just breathing on the other end. Slow. Wet. Labored. Then a voice. Female. Old. Barely a whisper. You shouldn't have picked it up. I dropped the phone. It hit the floor screen up, still connected. The breathing continued. Then more voices joined in. Marcus, Trevor, Claire, all of them, overlapping, talking over each other, a chorus of the dead. Give it back. It's not yours. You weren't supposed to find it. It's coming for you now. The last voice was Margaret's. Clear as day. I tried to warn you. The phone appears where death is coming. It doesn't record last words. It marks the next one. The call ended. I checked the time. 3:16 a.m., the same time Margaret died, 1 minute before. And that's when I felt it. The cold I'd been feeling for days, it wasn't following me. It was in me, growing, spreading. I tried to leave my apartment. The door wouldn't open, windows wouldn't budge. I was locked in. The phone lit up one final time. A new message in drafts, being typed in real time. Please, if someone finds this, I tried to warn them. The phone doesn't just collect messages from the dead, it creates them. I'm so cold, I can feel it. My hands weren't moving, but words kept appearing. Tell anyone who finds this phone, don't pick it up, don't read the messages, don't try to send them. It's not trying to help the dead speak, it's collecting voices, and once it has enough... The message stopped typing. I looked at my hands. My fingers were blue. Frost was forming on my skin, and I finally understood. The phone doesn't appear where death happens. It appears where death will happen. It marks people, studies them, records their final moments when the time comes, and by trying to send those messages, by trying to deliver them, I'd bound myself to it. I'd become the 18th voice. I'm uploading this while I still can, while I'm still here. The cold is in my chest now, my lungs. Every breath hurts. If you're watching this, I need you to do something for me. Share this video. Comment with the name of your city, your street, anywhere you've seen a discarded phone that seemed too clean, too convenient. Warn people. Because this isn't the only one. I know that now. There are others, waiting, watching, and whatever you do, if you find a phone with unsent messages, don't pick it up. It's 3:17 a.m. The door to my room just opened. There's no one there, but I can feel it watching.